A kind machine wizard fixing tech with glee. Old gadgets, new life, he's the chosen one. Every broken circuit, he's gonna get it done. From vintage TVs to your old cassette, with a trusty soldering iron, there's no regret. Turning back the clock, making them shine. Rolling Titus magic, it's simply divine. Hey, like and subscribe. Join the crew, Rolling TARDIS on YouTube. He's waiting for you. 16-year-old electronics, bringing them back. To own him now, you're on the right track. He's got the flow, he's got the style. Every DIY hack makes it all worthwhile. Capacitors dancing, resistors in line. With a grin on his face, he's crossing the tide. From video games to the stereo's beat, Rolling TARDIS brings the fix, can't accept defeat. Watch him unravel, watch him restore. Every click and pop, you're gonna want more. Hey, like and subscribe. Join the crew, Rolling TARDIS on YouTube. He's waiting for you. Fixing your old electronics, bringing them back. Tune in now, you're on the right track. So gather round, folk, it's more than a show. It's a journey through time. Now come on, let's go. With every episode, the wonders unfold. Rolling TARDIS, a story to be told. No broken dreams in his workshop space, just a passion for fixing a welcoming place. Each step of the way, you'll learn something new. From repairing a lamp to a classic Atari 2. With a twist of his wrench and a turn of the dial, you'll be flipping through channels in no time. We'll smile. Throw your hands up, it's a community vibe. Kneel that electric pulse, feel that old tribe. Get your gear ready, let's spark up the chat. Rolling TARDIS is the name, remember that. Hey, like and subscribe. Join the crew, Rolling TARDIS on YouTube. He's waiting for you. Fixing your old electronics, bringing them back. Tune in now, you're on the right track. So if you got gadgets, they need a good home. Rolling TARDIS is the place, no need to roam. With every new fix, you'll feel the blast. Join the journey now, let's make tech last.
Okay, so we're back again, and of course the title of the live stream is Mystery Box. So, there's only two people that I deal with business down under, and this one is from the very maker of the microscope ring light. So, probably one of them deals where I should have bought both of these at the same time, but I didn't for whatever reason. But we have another package that I got from Mr. Paul L. Daniels. And if you don't watch any of his live streams or videos and stuff, that, you know, he's one of them guys. He manufactures stuff. He's done it in the past for speed controllers, and he fixes MacBooks and iPhones and iPads, and for whatever reason he needed to design certain stuff for his particular needs, and he decided to offer it to the people who want them. So we got a box here of one of his projects, and it's his USB-C meter. So it's a volt and amp meter that we will open up here and check it out, because it's I guess it's a limited edition, you might as well call it at this point in the game, is eventually he's going to stop completely making them. And then that'll be it. So, you know, limited time thing. He's only making them for a little while. He's got them all nicely packed and stuff like that. So we'll check it out. Of course, I got several things going on here today. But our star of the show is the meter here. So we will check this out. All nicely packaged with his propaganda, which is awesome, and he supplies everything you might need and nothing you don't. So we got that. So he supplies us with a USB mini to USB-A, and here is his little meter. And this one comes in a couple of different styles where you either can get a bare board or with a very nice, and there's this card. So for those in the land down under, if you need a MacBook or iPad or iPhone fixed, send it to him. So there is all his data, and here is his little USB-C meter. So very, very nice. So we will look it up and test some things out. Of course, the cord that is supplied is for powering said meter. And also hooking it up to your computer, because this thing is also capable of talking to your computer for the on-screen display. So here is the meter all powered up. So let's hook up some stuff and check it out. Of course, you know, very simple. And, you know, he ran the same kind of path that I went through. You know, he had different kind of meters. And, you know, sometimes they work for a little while, and then, you know, sometimes they break and stuff like that. Of course, this is the only one that I see currently. There's more floating around here somewhere. That's particular one. Oh, well, here's another one, but it's a little different than that one, even though it looks exactly the same. Then we got this one. And I got another one that's got, I fixed in the past that had broken connector on it, and I put it underneath the microscope to fix it up and stuff like that. And it broke again. So basically the same deal that Paul had. You know, they're okay. They're, you know, they work. They're, you know, adequate. But he wanted something for his own needs. So we'll get a little test here. We won't go crazy on testing stuff because I know it works, and anybody who has these things know it works. So we'll hook up a power input. So let's hook up a power input. Of course, I'll have to probably flip-flop the, we got 5 volts. I have to flip-flop the cords. It is a limited USB-C connection. So if it doesn't work, we'll flip it over. So, happen to have some power banks that are down in the hole. Okay. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Now it's registering. So it really draws the power down, this particular cord. So it tells you right off the bat that the cord is not that good. We're charging at 2.5 amps though. probably about the maximum capacity of this particular cord. One of them, I think it's a Basis. Of course, this one's not calling for the power delivery, because this is a power delivery power bank. This was one of the Basis little Deweys. So let's find a different cord. Try this gray one. And this is from my little power's coming from them little 12-volt converter things that I got. Let's try the JS aux. See what it does. So this one's got going nuts. Come on, baby. Let's try making the power go one way. So it's wanting the back feed, which is a common issue with these power delivery power banks. Sometimes if they don't like the power that they get. So probably this particular setup probably not going to work for this. So it's showing current going back in. So it's trying to charge a 12-volt battery. That's funny. Let's try something different. Let's try a regular wall wart from a 65-watt. There we go. So, what I like about these particular power banks is that it'll do 20 volts at 1.6 amps. So that's pretty cool. So you just got to have a decent power supply for PD delivery type stuff. That's pretty cool. That's a this is for my heated garments that I will very soon be using. So that's the power bank that comes with them. Let's try. Here's another one that's a little different. So this is a Kemaimoto battery pack. So this one's got the display on top. So this one charges at 9 volts at 1.8 amps. And I got my little Jewel Thief going for a ride. So that's pretty cool. That's awesome. So I really like these power banks that come with the heated garments from Kemaimoto. They're very good. And then I got alternatives. So them are like 10 amp hour, and these are 20s. These INIUs. I really like these because they're high capacity and a small package for the pocket. So another good power bank where it charges at 20 volts, amp and a half. Actually more than that, 2.3. That's pretty cool. And of course, all your charging is all based on the quality of your cords and stuff like that. So, do I have a better cord for the input? These are the cords that come with the power banks of the Kemaimotos. So I should have floating around here somewhere is like 100-watt um, charge cords, which are floating around here somewhere. Here's one. Here's a 100-watt, and I always label these things. So this is an Anker, so high quality charge cord. Anker, Basis, any of the USB stuff is a little bit better. So let's exchange that cord with a so-called 100-watt one. Let's see if there's any difference in the charge rate. Probably not. Yeah, about the same. So the charge cords that come with the heated garments are pretty good. And of course, what's nice about this meter is that it doesn't draw its measurement off the incoming supply for the measurement. So that's pretty cool. So definitely a nice win. Very nice piece that is hand created by Paul Daniels there. So I'm kind of a nut over USB meters and stuff like that. And of course, I got several of them and stuff like that. How about just for fun and giggles that we put this guy in line with Paul's meter. See what we get for a comparison. One of these buttons I can use to flip it. So Paul says 2.36 amps, and this one says 2.33. So a little bit of a variation, but you know, basically comparing apples to oranges and stuff like that. So that's good. Close enough in my book, but I like Paul's meter better. It's more robust, you might as well say. So that takes care of that. So we'll keep Paul's meter on the bench here for future use. So nice little demonstration of Paul's meter. Someday I'll get it on the if I ever need this on the what's it called, OBS. Get one of them picture-in-picture or overlay type deal. So that's good. So another word of it's probably going to be a pretty short little live stream. Of course, I got an email. Of course, I just got I think yesterday or the day before the message from Brenda saying how she got her info globe. So she's a happy camper on that. And then literally the same day, I get another email from JK18 that is green LED on his answering machine is not working. Well, of course, on the his answering machine there, I had a live stream, not a live stream, but a video on how I put that. He wanted a bright green LED on his, so he can see the message light instead of the little dim little red one that was in it. So I made a little Joule Thief circuit, and it's the very same circuit that I think I demoed on the video is here. Of course, I sort of sodomized it a little bit because I needed to steal the transistors out of it, but I reestablished the concept. So there it is right there, the little Joule Thief to power a green LED. So there it is. And he says that his was flashing and doing weird stuff, but I can't picture the Joule Thief itself being bad. I would assume what's going bad, and it's going to happen, the LED. So, you know, that's where it come from. It's the Bojack, it's eBay's got these. I mean, they're a dime a dozen, blah blah blah. So, probably not the best quality of LEDs, the cheapest of the cheap. So it could very well the LED is failing. And I did have an LED fail in short order. The top light on the TARDIS up there. I got there's a 5mm LED that is stuffed in a clear Lego. And I did have it flashing at one point, almost the same rep as when the thing is in motion, woo, woo, you know what I mean. So it was flashing on and off, and all of a sudden it started flickering and it died. So I put that light, that very top light, on a regular power supply, and it just went wonky. I mean, it would light up, but then it would start flickering and it would go out and come back on. So that's probably what's happening with this thing. So probably the little LED is probably crapping out. It is what it is. So the basic concept of Joule Thief is that it boosts the voltage. It doesn't boost the amperage of the current, I might as well say. So you're not going to get any more current, but you're going to get an increase in voltage, which is going to make the LED light up. So I don't know exactly what this thing's actually running at. But what this thing is doing, it's very quickly pulsing voltage up. So this thing is drawing, you might as well say an average of 1.3 volts. So it's coming off of a AA battery. So here's the AA battery that is running this little Joule Thief. So this will run a 3-volt LED. It'll run anything that is any LED, under 3 volts. It's going to light it up because it's tricking it, thinking that it's a 3-volt supply. And of course, let's see what this little LED, this green one is actually. The voltage is it's a 3-volt LED. So, in theory, any 3-volt LED. So that's going to be your greens, your blues, and your whites, and your purples, and pinks. That's going to be your 3-volt LEDs. And then your lime greens, it's 2.2 volts. Your yellows is 2 volts. Oranges are 2 volts. Reds are 2 volts. Sometimes they can be even less than that. But that's the concept of a Joule Thief. Sometimes they call it a torch, vampire torch, because you're going to draw every bit of power out of a AA cell or a AAA cell. It's going to run it right down to zero, literally. How long? Who really knows? Because the thing is, not drawing any current, literally, but it's enough to light this up. And of course, if I turn the light off, that's how bright it is. I mean, you look directly at it, it's bright, like it's running on 3 volts. But as you see, So it was only running on, less than 1.5. So that is that. And then basically on some of the theories that, the thing is supposed to like flash every once in a while depending on the circuit. And this one runs steady. So I had a diagram when I made that video of making this thing, and ironically, I have no idea where that diagram even is. I was flipping around through my paper. I think I shipped it with Jay's stuff because I don't see it in here, but I do have an electronic file somewhere in the computer to run this thing. So all it is this is a coilless or transformerless. Well, not really transformer, but a coilless Joule Thief, where you don't have the wire wound coil to boost up the voltage. So all this is an inductor, a couple of resistors, a little capacitor, and two transistors. I believe these are the BC 547s. So you can do it in a little wire package like that. You can make it real nice and put it on a PCB. Some have. I just did the wireframe, and that's exactly what this is a wireframe. Same wireframe that is inside Jay's answering machine. I probably should get another one of them things because they're only like $20, and do the same modification and see how long it runs. But I would assume it's just the LED going bad. But if Jay wants to pop the covers off and if he's got another green LED laying around, just pop one in it. Of course, you'll have to dig out the UV resin that I put in it, and you can backfill it with hot glue or something like that. So that should be an easy fix for him, because I don't believe the Joule Thief itself is bad, because this is all robust stuff I put in it. The inductor, the more than adequate resistors and BC 547s. That transistor has been around forever, and then a little ceramic cap. That's really, pretty much all robust stuff. Highly doubt that's even bad. I just would assume that just the LED's going bad, but you wouldn't think it would go bad because it's only running at 1.3 volts. But I don't exactly remember what the it's a red LED on in the circuit board there, so I can't imagine that being any different than running a regular AA battery down to nothing. So I would just assume that the LED is just going bad. So that should be pretty easy enough to fix or swap if he chooses to. The last time I talked to him via email, he says he had a little power blip and it's currently working. So I don't know why. Or it could be just that but he said that the red LED was lit, but the green one was not. So I would assume it's just the green LED that went bad. So that should be easy enough to fix for him. Something simple as that. So probably my final little thing here is this is a little variable power supply for like server cabinet fans. So I use server cabinet fans for when I got the window rattlers in the windows. There's just enough space for a certain size fan. In here, the window's a little bigger. I would either use the Vornado fan, or I like the I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 5-inch, 6-inch server fan, 120 millimeter, I believe, fans. So there's 5 of them in all running at the same time. So probably these little things are like 2 amps. I probably killed it or blew something up in it. But this was running last night, and I when I got up this morning, I did not hear my fans running. I'm like, what happened? So of course, tried to reset it and fire it back up, and it wasn't happening. So I says, I wonder if something went wrong with the fans and it overloaded this. But I put a regular 12-volt power supply in it, and they they started right up. But I got other modules or other controllers like this. They ain't got enough ass to start up 5 fans all at the same time. If you get like what I did, I got another one of these, so I just put it in place. So they're all modular plugged. So I had to like unplug half of it, start it up, and then plug in the other half to get it to have all 5 of them running at the same time. So let's open this up and see what blew up inside. I would imagine it's just a capacitor or something like that. Probably something simple. So I got several of these things. So probably something I should upgrade because these are only 2 amps. So I'm probably drawing more than 2 amps running all 5 fans at the same time. So this thing is a variable power supply. So nothing fancy. It's pretty simple. So it drops it down to like 4 volts. And you ramp it all the way up to 12 volts. So let's pop this open and see if anything is weird in here. We'll do the old sniff test. Let's see. See if anything is weird in here. Maybe we'll fix it. So. Oh yeah, there was something getting hot in there. Oh yeah, that famous electronic burning smell. That's fantastic. Oh, I already see it already. There's a bulge cap right here. That's easy. So we got an input cap, output cap. So that one's bulged. Of course, this thing does run hot because this PCB is discolored. And the diodes here. Fairly simple circuit. So our input cap is a 22 microfarads at 400 volts. So that's not going to be the problem. It's going to be this one on the end here. Oh, it looks like it's actually oh, look at that. That's interesting. Right here, the friggin' jacket is right off of it. So 16 volts at 1,000 microfarads. So that is more likely the culprit of the failure of this particular guy. But it was abused. You know, I'm probably drawing more than it can handle. So just for fun and giggles, let's take this out and test it. It's probably bad. Maybe we'll put another one in it. Put one of my crappy ones in there that blow up. Wake up. My wake up signal thing inside the panel is not working. Because it didn't wake it up. Here we go. So we'll take that little capacitor out, because it's always the capacitor. That's always the weakest link of any kind of power supply, is the freaking capacitors in there, the electrolytics. For something that's been next to the high heat, it probably killed it quicker. got multiple connections on it. Interesting. They fold over the terminals here. Okay, that side's loose. Gotta get this one off. What are you beeping about? Thing is not happy today. Cranky. So there's our cap. So, the high heat one? I don't think it is. Yeah, it's 105C. But it's probably the cheapest of the cheap, probably even cheaper than the crap that I got. So, let's get the high-end meter out. And we'll test it. It probably says it's going to suck. It's always fun to test it, just for fun and giggles. ESR greater than 40 ohms. Wow. Yeah, that's bad. That's definitely dead. Just for fun and giggles, we'll put it on the other probes. Not that it matters. Yeah, it's dead. She's dead, Jim. It's dead. It's dead. From abuse. So let's see. Let's find our one step up from that crap capacitor kit. So that was 16 volts at 1000. Let's try something a little beefier. Let's try 25 volts at 1000. Do I got one? Yep. 25 volts. We'll put that one in there. And it'll probably promptly blow up as soon as it's plugged in. Okay. So stick that one in there. Fits very nicely. I fixed so many of these little power supplies over the years. There we go. That'll last for about 5 minutes. This is the one step up from this one. So that takes care of that. Not that I'll put it back in service because I probably should upgrade the amperage to get it to work. So get this stuff out of the way because it's in my way. So, back in the case. Take care of that. So now we'll find, actually, we'll put it on my stress tester to see if it works. So this thing has got a little green clean light on it, but green clean light was still on even though there was no output of the fans. So we'll get the stress meter out and hook it up. See if it can draw any kind of amperage. So we'll hook this up. So we got that. So that's input right here. And then we're gonna have power for the back. 6 to 12 volts, so we'll use our little Vampire USB meter here. And get a cord. There we go. Let's see here. We'll turn this on. So it says 12.3 volts. It's going to be hard for you to read, so you'll just have to trust what I say. And we'll move our little cursor over. And we'll start it at 1 amp. $11.9 volts at 1 amp. So this thing is rated for 2 amps. So there's 2 amps. Drop the voltage down to 11.6. So it is working. So 23 watts. Does this thing have any kind? Yeah. I think it's only a 23 watt anyway. Let's go up more. 3 amps. Yeah, it takes a dump at 3 amps. 8.4 volts. Where's my little cursor? So let's try 2.1. So we can do 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, 2.4, voltage dropped to 11.4, 2.5, 11.2 volts, 2.6, 10.9, 11 volts. Yeah, it's starting to take the dump right there. But it's not 12 volts though, which the fan should be running at. So definitely a 2 amp supply. Even at that, it's 11.7. So 1.2 amps brings the voltage back up to 12 volts. So that works. So that was a little successful little repair. Verifies that it works. currently, until that little capacitor says, no, I had enough. So that was awesome. So, our little live stream here, we'll sum it up here. So we first star of the show is our little voltmeter from PLD, and then we checked out our little Joule thief concept, and made an assumption that the LED probably going bad, and then we fixed our little equipment cabinet fan system controller with a new cap that will probably not last any longer than that one. So that was a good little live stream. So I'm still waiting for that other package from Australia to come someday. So with that, let's see, 47 minutes. That's good enough. So I guess I'll end it here with our wackiness here of electronic garbage, and now I got to clean up the mess of disaster. I was looking all over for them BC547 transistors, and I just throw them in stuff and had to tear the room apart to find it. But I found it, and we got things working again. So I guess I'll end it here. So for those who, wow, virtually nobody showed up today. 3 views, 38 seconds. So for those who watched the replay, thanks for watching. Make sure you do all that YouTube stuff of comment, rate, and subscribe, and all that other good stuff. And we will see you next time. I don't know when it will be, but we'll catch you later.
Rolling through the channels, what do I see? A time machine wizard fixing tech with glee. Old gadgets, new life, he's the chosen one. Every broken circuit, he's gonna get it done. From vintage TVs to your old cassette, with the trusty soldering iron, there's no regrets. Turning back the clock, making them shine. Rolling TARDIS magic is simply divine. Hey, like and subscribe, join the crew. Rolling TARDIS on YouTube, he's waiting for you. Fixing your old electronics, bringing them back. Tune in now, you're on the right track. He's got the flow, he's got the style. Every DIY hack makes it all worthwhile. Capacitors dancing, resistor in line. With a grin on his face, he's crossing the tide. From video games to the stereo's beat, Rolling TARDIS brings the fix, can't accept defeat. Watch him unravel, watch him restore. Every creak and pop, you're gonna want more. Hey, like and subscribe, join the crew. Rolling TARDIS on YouTube, he's waiting for you. Fixing your old electronics, bringing them back. Tune in now, you're on the right track. So gather round, folks, it's more than a show. It's a journey through time. Come on, let's go. With every episode, the wonders unfold. Rolling TARDIS, a story to be told. No broken dreams in his workshop space, just a passion for fixing, a welcoming place. Each step of the way, you'll learn something new. From repairing a lamp to a classic Atari 2. With the twist of his wrench and a turn of the dial, you'll be flipping through channels in no time will smile. Throw your hands up, it's a community vibe. Feel that electric pulse, feel that old tribe. Get your gear ready, let's spark up the chat. Rolling TARDIS is the name, remember that. Like and subscribe, join the crew. Rolling TARDIS on YouTube, he's waiting for you. Fixing your old electronics, rolling them back. Tune in now, you're on the right track. So if
If you got gadgets that need a good home, Rolling20s is the place, no need to roam. With every new fix, you'll feel the blast. Join the journey now, let's make tech last.